Life offers us incredible opportunities for growth. We just need to recognize them. We can truly transform our existence. This journey begins with understanding ourselves. It starts with a deep look inside. Lesson 1. Comfort zones feel safe but kill growth. Imagine a seed. A seed needs to break open. It must push through the soil. It must reach for the sun. If it stays safe in its shell, it will not grow. It will not become a plant. It will not bear fruit. Our lives are similar. We are like that seed. We have immense potential. This potential lies dormant. It is hidden within our comfort zones. To realize this potential, we must step out. We must embrace the unknown. We must venture into new territory. Buddhism teaches us about attachment. We attach ourselves to comfort. We cling to what is familiar. This attachment creates suffering. It limits our experiences. It keeps us small. True liberation comes from letting go. It comes from releasing our grip on comfort. It involves facing our fears. It means embracing change. When we are comfortable, we are not challenged. Without challenges, we cannot learn. We cannot adapt. We cannot evolve. Growth happens at the edge. It happens where comfort ends. It happens where uncertainty begins. Think about a river. A river flows constantly. It carves new paths. It encounters obstacles. It adapts its course. If a river stops flowing, it becomes stagnant. It loses its vitality. It becomes a breeding ground for problems. Our lives should be like that river. We should flow, we should adapt, we should keep moving forward, we should seek new experiences, we should learn new things. We should continually push ourselves. The Buddha taught about impermanence. Everything is constantly changing. Nothing stays the same. Our comfort zones are an illusion of permanence. They give us a false sense of security. They make us believe things will always be as they are, but they will not. Life is dynamic. It is always shifting. To thrive, we must embrace this impermanence. We must be willing to let go of old patterns. We must be open to new possibilities. Lesson 2. Big dreams should scare you. We all have dreams. Some dreams are small, they are easily achievable. Other dreams are grand, they are ambitious. These big dreams can feel intimidating, they can even feel impossible. When we think of truly big dreams, a feeling of fear often arises. This fear is a good sign. It tells us we are on the right track. It tells us we are aiming high enough. A big dream should scare you a little. It should make your heart pound. It should fill you with a sense of awe. This fear is not a sign to retreat. It is an invitation to expand. It is a signal that you are pushing your boundaries. It is a whisper from your true potential. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. They are not pushing you to grow. They are not inspiring you to reach for more. Buddhism speaks of aspiration. It encourages us to cultivate wholesome aspirations. These aspirations are not just about personal gain. They are about benefiting all beings. A big dream, when aligned with compassionate values, becomes incredibly powerful. It transcends mere personal ambition. It becomes a vehicle for positive change. When your dream is so big it scares you, it forces you to become more. It requires you to develop new skills. It demands you to overcome inner limitations. Consider the journey of a great spiritual teacher. Their dream was not just enlightenment for themselves, it was enlightenment for all beings. This is a truly terrifying and awe-inspiring dream, yet it motivated them to dedicate their lives. It pushed them beyond all conventional limits. It transformed their existence. Our dreams, even if seemingly small in comparison, hold similar transformative power. When a dream scares you, it activates your inner resources. It makes you realize you need to grow. It pushes you to learn. It compels you to seek support. It forces you to look within for strength you did not know you possessed. The fear is a catalyst. It is an energy source. It can be channeled into action. Do not let fear paralyze you. Let it ignite your determination. Let it fuel your efforts. The path to achieving big dreams is rarely smooth. There will be obstacles. There will be setbacks. There will be moments of doubt. This is where the power of a scary dream comes in. It keeps you going. It reminds you why you started. It pulls you forward when you feel like giving up. The fear of the dream itself becomes a motivator. You know that if you shrink from it, you will regret it. You will regret not trying. Buddhism also teaches about the mind. Our minds create our reality. If we believe a dream is impossible, it becomes impossible. If we believe it is too scary, we will not pursue it. We must cultivate a courageous mind. We must train our thoughts. We must replace doubt with belief. We must replace fear with determination. Visualize your big dream. Feel the excitement. Feel the fear. Then take action. One small step. Then another. Lesson 3. Discomfort builds greatness. Discomfort is often avoided. We seek ease. We crave convenience. But true growth happens outside our comfort zones. It is nurtured by discomfort. Discomfort is not something to run from. It is a signal. It tells us we are stretching. It tells us we are expanding our capacities. It is a necessary ingredient for achieving anything great. Think about a muscle. For a muscle to grow stronger, it must be put under stress. It must experience discomfort. This stress causes microscopic tears. The body then repairs these tears. It builds the muscle back stronger than before. Our minds and spirits work in a similar way. When we face challenges, we experience discomfort. This discomfort forces us to adapt. It pushes us to develop new ways of thinking. It strengthens our resolve. Buddhism teaches about the nature of suffering. Suffering, or dukkha, is a fundamental aspect of existence. It is not necessarily negative. It is an opportunity. It is a chance to learn. It is a call to awaken. When we experience discomfort, we are experiencing a form of dukkha. We can choose to resist it, or we can choose to embrace it. We can see it as a teacher. We can use it as a tool for growth. Consider the practice of meditation. It involves sitting still. It involves observing thoughts. It can be uncomfortable. The mind wanders, the body aches, there is a strong urge to move. But through this discomfort, we cultivate focus. We develop mindfulness. We gain insight into our own minds. The discomfort of meditation leads to profound inner peace. It leads to greater wisdom. It leads to liberation. Discomfort forces us to confront our limitations. It reveals our weaknesses. This is not a bad thing. It shows us where we need to improve. It highlights areas for development. When we avoid discomfort, we remain stagnant. We do not uncover our full potential. We do not learn how strong we truly are. Greatness is not found in avoiding challenges. It is found in overcoming them. It is forged in the fires of adversity. Think of an athlete training for an Olympic competition. Their training is filled with discomfort. They push their bodies to the limit. They endure pain. They face exhaustion. This discomfort is not an obstacle. It is the very process of becoming great. It is what separates the average from the extraordinary. Their willingness to embrace discomfort is what allows them to achieve peak performance. Our spiritual journey is similar. To achieve inner peace, to cultivate compassion, to realize our true nature, we must often face discomfort. We must confront our own delusions. We must let go of attachments. We must face our fears. This process is not always easy. It can be painful. But it is through this process that we become truly free. We become truly wise. We become truly great. Lesson 4. Limits are just old lies you still believe. We often set limits for ourselves. These limits feel very real. They define what we think we can achieve. They tell us what is possible and what is not. But in truth, most of these limits are not real. They are self-imposed. They are born from past experiences. They are shaped by fear. They are simply old lies we continue to believe. Buddhism teaches us about the nature of illusion. Our perceptions can be deceiving. What we believe to be true may not be. Our minds create narratives. These narratives become our reality. If we are told we cannot do something, or if we fail at something, we might internalize that message. We then believe it to be a permanent truth. This belief becomes a limit. It holds us back. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall down many times, they experience discomfort, they might feel frustrated, but they do not stop trying. They do not believe they are limited. They keep pushing. They eventually learn to walk. Their mind is free from the limitations we accumulate as adults. They do not have the old lies yet. Our past failures can create these limits. A past failure is a lesson. It is not a permanent definition of our ability. It is an opportunity to learn. It is a chance to try again. If we allow past failures to define us, we are creating limits. We are believing a lie. We are limiting our future potential. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by your present actions. You are defined by your willingness to grow. Society also imposes limits. We are told what is acceptable. We are told what is achievable. These societal expectations can become our own internal limits. But we have the power to challenge these. We have the power to redefine what is possible for ourselves. Do not let external voices dictate your potential. Listen to your inner wisdom. Listen to your deepest aspirations. The Buddha taught that every being has the potential for enlightenment. This is a profound statement about limitless potential. It means that there are no inherent limits to our spiritual growth. There are no inherent limits to our capacity for wisdom and compassion. If this ultimate goal is within reach, then surely other goals are as well. The practice of mindfulness helps here. By observing our thoughts, we can see these limiting beliefs arise. We can see them for what they are, mere thoughts, not ultimate truths. We do not have to cling to them, we can let them go. We can choose to cultivate new thoughts, we can choose to create new beliefs. We can choose to rewrite our own story. Every time you feel a limit, pause. Ask yourself, is this a real limit? Or is it an old lie? Is it a fear disguised as a fact? Most often, it is the latter. Take a leap of faith, push beyond that perceived limit. You will often find that it was never there in the first place. Your true limits are far beyond what you imagine. They are only bounded by your imagination and your willingness to believe in yourself. Break free from these old lies. Embrace your limitless potential. Lesson 5. Greatness is carved, not gifted. Greatness is not something bestowed upon us. It is not a gift. It is earned. It is the result of consistent effort. It is forged through dedication. It is carved out of diligent practice. This understanding is empowering. It means that greatness is accessible to everyone. It is not reserved for a select few. It is within the reach of anyone willing to put in the work. Buddhism stresses the importance of effort, or virya. This effort is not about striving or grasping. It is about sustained, wholesome exertion. It is about cultivating positive qualities. It is about diligently following the path. Just as a sculptor carves a masterpiece from a block of stone, we carve our own greatness. We chip away at our limitations. We refine our strengths. We shape our character. Consider the life of the Buddha. He did not achieve enlightenment effortlessly. He engaged in rigorous practice. He endured hardship. He applied himself with unwavering determination. His enlightenment was the result of immense effort. It was not a magical gift. It was a culmination of years of dedicated practice. His example shows us the power of sustained effort. Think about a musician. A natural talent might play a tune easily, but to become a master, they must practice for thousands of hours. They must repeat scales. They must refine their technique. They must perform even when tired. Their greatness is a direct result of that dedicated effort. It is not a gift. It is a carving. Our minds and hearts are like raw materials. We can shape them. We can refine them. We can sculpt them into something beautiful and strong. This process requires conscious effort. It requires mindful attention. It requires patience. We cannot expect instant results. We cannot expect overnight transformation. Greatness is a journey, not a destination. Every small act of effort contributes to this carving process. Every time you choose discipline over indulgence, you are carving. Every time you persevere through difficulty, you are carving. Every time you learn something new, you are carving. These seemingly small efforts accumulate. They build momentum. They lead to significant change. Do not wait for inspiration to strike. Do not wait for a perfect moment. Begin now. Take consistent action. Develop a routine. Be disciplined. Be patient with yourself. Understand that setbacks are a part of the process. They are not reasons to quit. They are opportunities to learn. They are chances to refine your carving tools. The path to greatness is rarely glamorous. It is often filled with quiet, consistent work. It involves repetition. It involves deliberate practice. It involves a deep commitment to improvement. But the rewards are immense. The satisfaction of knowing you carved your own greatness is profound. It brings a sense of accomplishment that nothing else can provide. Remember, you have the power to create your own greatness. It is not given to you. It is carved by your own hands. It is sculpted by your own effort. Embrace the process. Embrace the work. Embrace the journey of becoming truly great. Lesson 6. Fear fades. When action begins, fear is a powerful emotion. It can paralyze us. It can stop us from pursuing our dreams. It can keep us stuck in our comfort zones. We often feel fear before taking a big step. We anticipate difficulties. We imagine failure. This anticipation can be overwhelming. But here is the profound truth. Fear begins to fade the moment action begins. Buddhism teaches us about mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being present. It is about observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we are caught in fear, we are often lost in thoughts about the future. We are projecting negative outcomes. We are not in the present moment. Taking action brings us back to the present. It grounds us. It shifts our focus from fearful thoughts to concrete steps. Think about standing on the edge of a diving board. The fear can be intense. Your heart races. Your palms sweat. All sorts of scary scenarios flood your mind. But the moment you jump, the fear transforms. It turns into exhilaration. It turns into the sensation of the dive itself. The fear of the unknown gives way to the experience of doing. Procrastination is often fueled by fear. We delay taking action because we are afraid of the outcome. We are afraid of failure. We are afraid of discomfort. But the longer we procrastinate, the stronger the fear becomes. It builds up. It becomes an insurmountable wall. The only way to dismantle that wall is to take action, even a small action. When you take the first step, something shifts. The energy changes. You are no longer just thinking about the fear. You are doing something. This doing breaks the spell of paralysis. It creates momentum. It builds confidence. Each subsequent step becomes easier. The fear that seems so overwhelming before action diminishes with each move. The Buddha taught about courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to act despite fear. It is the understanding that fear is a natural part of the human experience. It is not something to be eliminated. It is something to be acknowledged and then moved through. True courage is taking that first step, even when your knees are shaking. Imagine starting a new venture. The idea is exciting, but the fear of failure is immense. You worry about financial ruin. You worry about what others will think. These fears can keep you from ever starting. But if you take just one step, registering the business, creating a simple plan, talking to one potential client, the fear begins to dissipate. You are no longer consumed by imagination. You are engaged in reality. Action provides feedback. It gives you real information. It replaces your fearful assumptions with actual data. You might discover that the obstacle you feared was not as big as you imagined. You might find a solution you never would have thought of while paralyzed by fear. Action opens doors. It creates possibilities. It reveals pathways you could not see before. Do not wait for fear to disappear before you act. That moment may never come. Instead, use action as your weapon against fear. When fear arises, take a breath. Acknowledge the feeling. Then, take one small, deliberate step. This step does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be grand. It just has to be a step forward.